Hello everyone, welcome to Testport MBA Prep. So from today we will move on to the advanced level arithmetic practice. So far we have covered percentages, ratio proportion, averages, mixtures, allegations, time and work, time, speed and distance. So we will cover all the topics. We will practice the advanced level questions, important concepts. So this is very crucial for CAT aspirants, for XAT aspirants, and for SNAP IIFT as well. Because these concepts, the questions that we are covering in these advanced sessions, these concepts are definitely helpful for CAT, XAT, and some non-CAT exams as well. So you shouldn't miss these sessions. Let us start with the first question. So Akash was having a party at his house where he invited some of his friends. There were two types of juices which were available at the party, that is apple juice and orange juice. Each member drank some apple juice and some orange juice. Although there was variation in the amount of apple juice and orange juice consumed by different members, and it is known that the total juice consumed by each person was 1300 ml. Akash drank one-fifth of the total apple juice which was consumed at the party, and he also consumed 1/7 of the total orange juice which was consumed at the party. What was the ratio of orange juice and apple juice consumed by Akash at the party? And the juice consumed by any person is an integral multiple of 1 ml. Okay, so here let us say the total apple juice, right? So total apple juice and orange juice to be 1300 ml into how many members consumed. We do not know the number of total persons who attended the party, so let us assume the number to be n. So n members consumed, each of the n members consumed 1300 ml. So the total quantity of apple and orange juice is 1300 into n. Now we shall get back to Akash. Akash consumed 1/5 of total apple juice and 1/7 of total orange. Okay, so one fifth of A is A by 5, and 1/7 of orange juice is, that is 1/7 of O is O by 7. This will be equal to, he drank 1300 ml of orange and apple juice. Okay, so if we multiply this with 5, then we will get A plus 5 O by 7. This will be equal to 6500, and from here we can say that A is equal to 1300 n minus O. Let's substitute in this equation now. So A is equal to 1300 n minus O, this plus 5 O by 7. This will be equal to 6500. So n is equal to 5 plus O by 7 into 650. So this will be equal to 5 plus O by 4550. Okay, so now if you observe here, this O, the what is O? Total quantity of orange juice, right? This O must be a multiple of the denominator, which is 4550. And from this statement we can say that O by 7 is less than 1300 and A by 5 is also less than 1300, because A by 5 plus O by 7 is equal to 1300. So what can we say? We can say that O by 7 is definitely less than 1300. If O by 7 is definitely less than 1300, then O must be less than 9100, right? The total quantity of orange juice must be less than 9100. So O should be less than 9100, and the value of O must be a multiple of 4550. So the only value that is possible is 4550. So O will be equal to 4550. So 5 plus 1, this will be equal to 6. So n is equal to 6. O is equal to 4550. But what are we asked? We are asked to find out the ratio of orange juice and the apple juice consumed by Akash. What is the ratio? Ratio of orange by apple. So O by 7 by A by 5. This is the ratio which we must find out. So substitute O value here 4550 and A value we can substitute the O value here, and N value we got N value here, O value here, and we will get A, and substitute here we will get the ratio as 1:1, right? 1:1. So the ratio in which Akash consumed apple and orange juice is in the ratio 1:1. Super concept. So this is not a very difficult question, but it's a tricky one. So CAT tests you tricky questions, not too difficult questions, right? But you must practice some variety of questions in order to get accustomed. That's what we are going to do in all these advanced sessions. After arithmetic, we'll move on to algebra, and after learning all the concepts, we'll move on to the advanced session of algebra. Same goes with geometry as well. Same goes with the modern maths, that probability, PNC, and all that. Right? So this is the second one. Nawab has two sons, Saif and Amir, who have export business. Nawab's satisfaction or the utility level is given by adding twice of the satisfaction level of Saif with the satisfaction level of Amir. If Saif makes a profit of 100, his satisfaction level goes up by 10%, and if he suffers a loss of 100, then his satisfaction level goes down by 10%. If Amir makes a profit of 100, then his satisfaction level goes up by 5%, whereas in case of loss of 100, his satisfaction level goes down by 15%. And currently Nawab's satisfaction level is 24 and the satisfaction level of Saif is the same as that of Amir. If Saif makes a profit of 100 and Amir suffers a loss of 100, what is the approximate percentage change in Nawab's satisfaction level? So what is given here? Nawab's satisfaction level, right, or the utility level is given by adding twice of the satisfaction level of Saif, and with the level of satisfaction level of Amir. Okay, so twice of Saif and one time of Amir. So Nawab's satisfaction level is twice that of Saif and one time that of Amir, right? And what about the current satisfaction level of Nawab? It is 24. So Nawab's satisfaction level is 24 as of now, and the satisfaction level of Saif is same as that of Amir. So Saif satisfaction level is same as that of Amir, so we can substitute S in the place of A here. So S will be equal to 8. Now we have two more equations here, two more relations. If Saif makes a profit of 100 rupees, 100, right, in case of 100, then his utility level rises up by 10%. What if he incurred a loss? If he incurs a loss, then his utility level comes down by 10%. We have this equation for Amir as well. So if Amir suffers a loss, then his utility level comes down by 15%, right? So 15%. Whereas if he makes a profit of 100, then his utility level goes up by 5%. So in case of 100 plus 100, it is 5% increase. But in current scenario, Saif makes a profit of 100 and Amir suffers a loss of 100. Okay, we will get back to this later, but here Saif's utility level is given as 8, right? It is 8 now. So S is equal to 8. If S is 8, A also 8, because the condition is given here. Currently the satisfaction level of Saif and Amir are same, and Saif makes a profit of 100. That means, so for Saif it will be 8 into 10% of utility must be increased, means 1.1. This will be equal to 8.8. And for Amir, Amir suffers a loss of 100 rupees 100. That means he must incur, the utility level must be reduced by 15%. So 8 into 15% loss means 0.85. This we covered in the basics of our percentage session. So 0.85, this will be equal to 6.8. So the current values of Saif and Amir are 8.8 and 6.8 respectively. Let us calculate for Nawab as well. N is equal to 2 into S. So 2 into 8.8 plus A is 6.8. So this will be equal to 24.4. But we are asked to find out the percentage change in Nawab's satisfaction level. At first, Nawab's satisfaction level was 24. Now it's 24.4. So the percentage change is 24.4 minus 24 by the initial value, which is 24, into 100. So this will be equal to 0.4 by 24 into 100. So the final answer is approximately 1.66 or 67 percentage. 1.67%. See, it is very simple. First, we have taken the equation which is directly given and we substituted the values. So we got the value of S here and we got the value of N, and we know the relationship of S and A here. Accordingly, we have taken, we got these two values. Again, we substituted and find out the percentage change in the satisfaction level of Nawab. The question may look complicated, but it's not that tough. Let's move on to the third question. So in a test consisting of 20 questions, 4 marks are awarded for each correct answer, whereas 1 mark is deducted for each incorrect answer, and no mark is awarded for an unattempted question. If a student attempts at least one question in the paper, then what is the number of distinct scores that he can get? Good conceptual question actually. So there are 20 questions, right? There are 20 questions. 4 marks are awarded for each correct answer, right? And 1 mark is for each wrong answer, and 0 marks for unattempted questions. So in case of positive marks, it will be 4x, right? X is the number of correct attempted questions, and in case of negative marks, it is minus y, because y represents the number of incorrect questions attempted. And the last one, for unattempted questions, it will be 0 marks for the unattempted questions, which is z, right? So this is the total marks. So this is how we frame the equation now. See, we know that we are clear about this equation, and we also know that x plus y plus z is definitely equal to 20, because whatever questions you are attempting, if you attempt 15 questions, then the remaining 5 you are leaving. Among those 15, there some may be correct, some may be incorrect, but overall they will be 20, right? So these two are the equations. Now our approach is, we will take the, as it is plus 4, right? So 4 for the correct answer, so we will take the multiples of 4 while solving. So this is a score, this is the correct ones, this is the incorrect. So if the correct attempted questions, we already told that x is denoted as the correct attempted questions. So if x is equal to 1, then y definitely varies between 0 and 3. So y can be 0, y can be 1, or y can be 2, y can also be 3 if x is 1. Then the score will vary from 1 to 4. See, for instance, x is a correct answer. If x is an attempted one, if x is correct, then he will get 4 marks maximum, right? So if 1 is correct and 0 are incorrect, then the marks he will get is 4, right? If 1 is correct and 1 is incorrect, so here 0 to 3 means 0, 1, 2 and 3. 0, 1, 2 and 3. These all 4 numbers are included. So if one question is correct, listen carefully, and 0 are incorrect, then he will score 4 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can score anywhere between 1 and 4. If 1 is correct and 1 is wrong, then the score will be 4 minus 1, which is 3. He can score 3. If 1 is correct and 2 questions are incorrect, then he will score 2. If 1 is correct and remaining 3 are incorrect, then he will score 1. So this is how, if we understand this step, then we can solve each and every step. No need to worry about this. So 1 to 4 scores. So this is the range of scores. And if x is equal to 2, right, then the range y varies between 0 and 3, and this will vary between 5 and 8, because we already told, right, I told that we have to take 4, as it is 4 plus 4, then we have to take the range of 4, 1 to 4, 5 to 8, like that. Okay, so 5 to 8, what does this mean? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if 2 questions out of 2 are correct and 0 are incorrect, maximum 8 can be scored. If 2 are correct and 1 is incorrect, then the score will be 7. If 2 are correct and 2 are incorrect, then the score will be 6. If 2 are correct and 3 are incorrect, then the score will be 5. If we go on like this, there won't be any problem for us if x is till 17. Till 17 there won't be any problem. If x is 17, then this will be 65 to 68, and y varies between 0 and 3. The problem comes if x is equal to 18, right? If x is equal to 18, y cannot take 0 to 3. That means y cannot take 4 values. Y can take only 3 values, in which 1 and 2 are there, because 18 plus 2 will be equal to 20 questions. If y shouldn't take 4, because 18 plus 3 will become 21 questions, right? So you can ignore 0 as a possibility now, because 18 plus 2 means 1 and 2, 0, 1, 2. So 18 plus 2 means 18 plus 1 plus this 2. We achieved 20 questions. If y takes 0 to 3, like in this case, then it is 0, 1, 2, 3. Then 18 plus 1, which is 19, plus 1, which is 20, plus 1, which is 21, which is impossible, because we have only 20 questions maximum. Clear? So the score range will be 70, 71 and 72. Here we have 4 variables, 4 possibilities. The score also, the range of the score is also 4, has the four possibilities. Here we have only 3 possibilities, that is 0, 1, 2. So here also we have 3 possibilities. So if we have if we have 3 possibilities, then the score also has 3 possibilities. If it is 4, then it will be also 4. So if we observe, when x is equal to 17, the possibilities are 65 to 68. When x is equal to 18, the score possibilities are 70, 71 and 72. From this, we can say that 69 is missing. 69 is missing because 69 cannot be achieved whatsoever your correct answers and wrong answers can be, right? If x is equal to 19, then y must be 0, 1, and the score will vary from will be 75 and 76. That means if 19 questions are correct with 0 incorrect questions, then the score will be 76, and 19 are correct and 1 are incorrect. 1 is incorrect and 19 are correct. Then the score will be 75. So from this we can say that 70 is there, 71, 72 are there. Where is 73? 73 is missing. 74 is missing. Right? These three values are missing. Let's move on to the last one, which is x is equal to 20. Then y will definitely be equal to 20, because if y is equal to 1, then x plus y, which is 21, 21 is not possible here. So if x is equal to 20, then maximum marks that x can score is that can be scored is 20 into 4, which is 80. So 76 is there, 77 is missing, 78 is missing, 79 is missing, 80 is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 values are missing. But what is our question? If a student attempts at least one question in the paper, then what is the number of distinct scores that he can get? Okay, number of distinct scores. If he had attempted 20 questions, he would have got 80 marks as maximum. If he had attempted 20 wrong, then he would have got minus 20. This is the maximum number, this is the minimum number possible. So what are the total possibilities? 101, right? So out of this 101, these 6 must be eliminated. So 101 minus 6, this is equal to 95. So 95 is our answer. 95 is the number of distinct scores that he can get. So the next question, a container was half filled with the liquid A having P and Q in the ratio 3:5. Liquid P evaporates at the rate of 2 liters per minute and liquid Q evaporates at the rate of 3 liters per minute for half an hour. So after half an hour, the same container was totally filled with liquid B having Q and P in the ratio 2:3. If the ratio P is to Q is 11:9, after the addition of liquid B, then what is the capacity of the container in liter? Alright. So a container is there. So liquid A was filled here. Let this be N. Right. So liquid A was filled initially, and in that liquid the ratio of P and Q is 3:5. So P is to Q is 3:5. So if the total quantity is N, then what is the part of P? It is 3 by 3 plus 5, which is 8 of N. 3 by 8 of N. What is part of Q? It is 5 by 8 of N. Now it is also given that liquid P evaporates at the rate of 2 liters per minute. If it evaporates 2 liters per minute, then for half an hour it must have evaporated 60 liters, right? So 60 liters gone. So 3 by 8N minus 60. What about Q? Q evaporates at the rate of 3 liters per minute. If it is 3 liters per minute, then for half an hour it will be 90 liters. So 5 by 8N minus 90. So 60 plus 90, which is equal to 150. 150 liters got evaporated. So now initially the level was here, but now it is here. So this difference is 150 liters. Now after this, the same container was totally filled with liquid B. Okay. Now again this was completely filled. So this 150 liter vacancy is filled and this remaining part is also filled. Clear? So now what happened? 3/5. What is the ratio here? In 2:3, right? 2:3. Please be very careful. Q is to P is in the ratio 2:3. Then P is to Q will be in the ratio 3:2. This is P and this is Q. Okay. So 3/5 of N plus 150. And what about Q? Q is 2/5 of N plus 150 are filled. See, initially this was N. After half an hour, this 150 liters were evaporated. So for the second time after half an hour, this N liters must be filled and also the remaining this evaporated quantity must also be filled. So the new quantity is n plus 150. That's what we have taken here. New quantity is n plus 150, new total quantity. So P's share is 3 by 5 into n plus 150, and that of Q is 2 by 5 into n plus 150. Now if we simplify these equations, we'll get 39 by 40n plus 30, and in the second case we'll get 41 by 40 n minus 30. Just add this, you'll get these two equations. 40 n plus 30 by 41 by 40 n minus 30. The ratio is given, if the ratio of P is to Q is 11 is to 9, so 11 by 9, so this will be 351 n by 40 plus 270, this will be equal to 451 by 40 n minus 330. So solve this, you will get n as 240 liters. So this is the capacity of the container, right? So 5 years ago, the ratio of ages of Akhil and his father was 2:5. 5 years hence, the ratio of ages of Akhil and his mother will be 3:5. What is the sum of the present ages of all three if the ratio of the present ages of Akhil's mother and Akhil's father is 9:11? So what is given here? 5 years ago, that means Akhil's age before 5 years, right? So a minus 5. So if we consider a as the age of Akhil, by his father's age, f minus 5, this will be equal to 2:5, 2 by 5. Okay, 5 years hence, so a plus 5 by f plus 5, what is the ratio here? 3 by 5. And present ages of Akhil's mother and Akhil's father is, the ratio is mother by father, this will be equal to 9 by 11. Just cross multiply and solve this first equation of 5a. So 5a minus 25, this will be equal to 2f minus 5 to z. So 2f minus 10. So 5a minus 2f is equal to 15. And this is equation 2. If we solve this, we'll get, okay, so this is mother. Okay, mother. Okay, so 3m and minus 5a, this will be equal to 10. If you solve these two equations, this will be 3m minus 2f will be equal to 25. These two get cancelled. So 3m minus 2f is equal to 25. And as we know, the ratio of m and f is 9x and 11x. So you can substitute here. M will be 9x, so 3 into 9x, and f will be 11x, so this will be 25. Now x is equal to 5. But here we are asked to find out the sum of the present ages of all three. So if x is equal to 5, then the age of mother will be 9x, that is 9 into 5. This is 45, and age of father is 11x, which is 11 into 5, that is 55. And age of Akhil is 5 years, so 5 into 5, this is 25. Okay, so 45, 55 and 25, the sum is 125. This is the total age of all three. 4 unique even numbers are arranged in ascending order, and the first two are decreased by 50% while the last two are increased by 50%. If the original sum of the 4 numbers was 162, the new sum can be, okay, 4 unique even numbers are arranged in ascending order. So let's assume the 4 numbers to be 2a, 2b, 2c and 2d. Okay, as they are arranged in ascending order, definitely we can say that a is less than b is less than c and c is less than d. So what is given here? the original sum of 4 numbers was 162. So 2a plus 2b plus 2c plus 2d, this is equal to 162. So we can say that a plus b plus c plus d will be equal to 81. And here we know, as all are natural numbers and they are arranged in an ascending order, so we can say that a is less than b. And if we add 1 to a, is a plus 1, then a plus 1 will be less than or equal to b. So in the same way, b plus 1 is less than or equal to c, c plus 1 is less than or equal to d. So from this we can infer that a plus 2 is less than or equal to c, and a b plus 2 is less than or equal to d. And if we add these two inequalities, right? If we add these two inequalities, we get a plus b is less than or equal to c plus d minus 4. Same thing we can do here. We can substitute a plus b with c plus d minus 4. As we got here, a plus b is less than or equal to c plus d minus 4 plus c plus d, this will be equal to 81. So 2c plus d is greater than or equal to 85, and c plus d is greater than or equal to 42.5, and c plus d is greater than or equal to 43. Why 43? Because clearly c and d are natural numbers, and we know that c plus d is greater than or equal to 42.5. So they are natural numbers, so it shouldn't imply that c plus d is in decimal form. It shouldn't be like that. So we must imply that c plus d is greater than or equal to 43. That's the nearest value possible. And what is the statement given if last two are increased by 50%? So a, b and last two c and d are increased by 50%, which means 2c becomes 3c here and 2d becomes 3d here. Okay, let me separate this. A plus b plus c plus d plus 2c plus 2d. So a plus b plus c plus d, we know that this is 81. So 81 plus 2 into c plus d. So 81 plus 2 into c plus d, we know it is 43. So 43, this will be equal to 167. So the minimum value is 167. So we must pick up the option which is greater than 167. As 167 is minimum, any value which is lesser than 167 is not possible. So we must pick up which is greater than 167. So we have only 173 as the possible answer. In exam, there won't be two values which are more than 167. There will be only one value. So 173 is our answer. A certain amount was to be distributed among A, B and C in the ratio 2:3:4 respectively, but was erroneously distributed in the ratio 7:2:5 respectively. As a result of this, B got rupees 40 less. What is the amount? So it was distributed in the ratio 2:3:4, but was erroneously distributed in the ratio 7:2:5. It was supposed to be distributed like this, but it was distributed erroneously like this, right? So this is 4 plus 3 plus 2, this is 9, and 15, 2 and 7, this is 14. Let's assume the original number as the LCM of this 9 and 14. So LCM of 9 and 14 is 126x. So original share of A is actually 2 by 9 of 126x, this is equal to 28x. And that of B is 3 by 9 of 126x, this will be equal to 42x. And that of C is 4 by 9 into 126x, this will be equal to 56x. But erroneously this was done, so the values of the erroneous values of A is 7 by 14 of 126x. This will be equal to 63x, and B's value is 2 by 14 into 126x. This will be equal to 18x, and the value of C is 5 by 14 into 126x. This will be equal to 45x. This is the value of A, B and C. These are the original values, these are the erroneous values. But as a result, B got 40 rupees less. So the difference of the original value and the erroneous value of B is 40. So 42x minus 18x, this 42, this 18, this difference is 40 rupees. So x is equal to 40 by 24. So x is equal to 5 by 3. What is the number? 5 by 3 of 126. So 5 by 3 of 126. So x is equal to 210. So this cancel 3 and 126. This is 42 and x will be 210. So the total amount is 210 rupees. 11 years earlier, the average age of a family of 4 members was 28 years. Now the age of the same family with 6 members is at the same, even when 2 children were born in this period. If they belong to the same parents and the age of the first child at the time of the birth of the younger child was same as there were total family members just after the birth of the youngest members of this family, then the present age of the youngest member of the family. So 11 years earlier, the average age of 4 members was 28. So if average age is 4, average age of 4 members is 28, then the total age of the 4 members is 4 into 28, which is 112. But this is before 11 years. Now the current age is for each and every member after 11 years. 11 years gets added, right? 11 years will be added for each and every member. Here we have 4 members, so 11 into 4, that is 44. Now the total age of the family is 156. But here, after even if two children were born, the average age remained same. So 2 children were born, so 4 members in the family now becomes 6, but the average is same, 28. So 6 into 28, this is 168, this is 156, this is 168. Still what? One condition is given: the first child, right? The age of the first child at the time of the birth of the younger child was same as there were total family members just after the birth of the youngest member of the family. So at that time, immediately after the youngest child is born, youngest member of the family is born, how many are the total members of the family? There are 6 members. So 6 members are there in the family, and age of the first child is 6 years, because the age of the first child is equal to the total members of the family immediately after the birth of the youngest child. So age of the first child is 6 years, and if we subtract 168 and 156, the age the difference of the years is 12. So what is this 12 years? 12 years is the total age, combined age for the 2 children, right? Age of the first child and age of the second child. So both ages together is 12 years. We know that from this 12, 6 years belong to the first child, right? Then what about the remaining 6 years? See, after the birth of the second child, that is the youngest child, this is the youngest child, this is the first child. After the birth also, if the age of the youngest child increases, then the age of the first child also increases simultaneously. So if it is x years, then first child's age also increases by x years. So 2x will be equal to 6, x is equal to 3. So the age of the youngest child is 3 years and the age of the first child is 6 years plus 3 years, which is 9 years. Right? See, we know 12 years is a combination of the ages of the first child and the youngest child. Right? And it is directly given that age of the first child is equal to the total members of the family immediately after the birth of the youngest child. So the age, total number of total members in the family are 6. So the age is also 6 years. So from this 12, if we deduct 6, then the remaining is 6 years, which must be shared between the first child and the youngest child. But we cannot share in the ratio. We do not know the ratio. That's the reason why we have taken this equation, because after the birth of the youngest child, if the age of youngest child is increased by x years, then simultaneously age of the first child will also be increased by x years. So 2x will be equal to this remaining value 6, x is equal to 3. So the youngest child age is 3, the first child age is 6 plus 3, which is 9. A train covers a certain distance at a speed of 60 km per hour. However, it will halt for fixed time interval in each hour. Then its average speed reduced to 50 km per hour. What is the time interval for which the train halt is in each hour? Okay. So speed is given. Speed in first case is 60 km per hour. And speed in the second case is 50 km per hour. We can take LCM of 60 and 50 to find out the total distance. So LCM of 50 and 60 is 300. This is the total distance. So time, we can calculate time. We have distance, we have speed. So time in the first case is distance by speed, that is 300 by 60. This is equal to 5 hours. This is time. And in second case it is 300 by 50, so this is 6 hours. So the train in first case covers 60 kilometers in 5 hours, and after that, after time intervals, after halts and all that, the time is 6 hours. So the difference is 1 hour, right? So for 6 hours, if the difference is 1 hour, if the total duration of the halts is 1 hour, then for 1 hour, then it will be, for 1 hour it will be 1 by 6 hours. So 1 by 6 into 60, this 60 minutes, so this will be equal to 10 minutes. For 6 hours, the train halts for 1 hour. The total duration is 1 hour, but for 1 hour it's 10 minutes. A boy walked 6 kilometers to reach the station from his house. Then he boarded a train whose average speed was 60 km per hour, and thus he reached his destination. In this way, he took total of 3 hours. If the average speed of the entire journey was 32 km per hour, then the average speed of walking is. Alright, so this is house, right? This is house, and this is the destination, let us say. From house, he covered 6 kilometers to reach the station. So he started from here, and let's say this is the station. From here to here, from house to station, it is 6 kilometers. From station to destination, we do not know the distance, but we know that in this way he took total 3 hours. So from house to destination, he took 3 hours, and the average speed of train is 60 kilometers. So from here he boarded the train. So the average speed is 60 kilometer per hour till he reached the destination. For this we do not know the speed, let it be s. And we know the formula, average speed is equal to total distance by total time taken. So average speed is 32 km per hour, it's given 32, and Total distance in the first case is 6 plus d, in the second case total is 6 plus d by total time taken, which is 3 hours, right? 3 hours. So d will be equal to 90 kilometers on solving this. So if d is equal to 90, then we can calculate time. Time is equal to distance by speed. So distance by speed is 60 in this case from station to destination. So time is 1.5 hours. Time to cover from station to destination is 1.5 hours. So out of 3 hours, right, the total duration is 3 hours. From station to destination it's 1.5 hours. So from time required from house to station is 3 minus 1.5, which is one more 1.5 hours. So 1.5. Now it's easy to calculate average speed. Average speed is total distance in the first case, that is from average speed that from house to station is total distance 6 kilometers by time taken, which is 1.5 hours. This will be equal to 60 by 15, so this will be equal to 4 kilometer per hour. So 4 kilometer per hour is the average speed from house to station. So these are 10 different models, 10 different concepts. So in arithmetic we will solve 100 advanced level questions. These are must do questions, so please solve them. And in case you haven't subscribed our channel, do subscribe it to never miss the updates. You can also join our Telegram group to know the latest updates. Thank you for watching the video and stay safe, practice well, and all the very best. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.